dreamy Dobie. Wants a gal who's creamy Dobie. Wants a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
I'm taking mathematics at school. I hate it. You take most of the trouble in the world today. What's behind it? Math, that's what. I mean, without math, there wouldn't be H-bombs or income tax or insufficient funds at the bank. Or Thalia Manager.
Pay attention.
Yes, Dobie, kindly pay attention. You, of all people, kindly pay attention. Remember, there'll be a quiz tomorrow, so come prepared for the worst. Class, with the exception of Dobie, Gillis, you stay. I want to talk to you. Dismissed. Maynard, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm with Dobie. I mean, wherever he goes, I go. I mean, he's like my good buddy.
Well, that's very touching, Maynard, but goodbye.
Don't you want to talk to me, too?
I want to, but how? Maynard, I believe a teacher's duty is to help her students all she can, but let's face it, in some cases, you just can't make contact.
Gee, like, thanks, Mrs. Adams. Yeah, I'll wait for you in the park. If you're in any trouble, just like holler.
I must say you have loyal friends.
Oh, it's nothing.
You're wrong, Dobie. It's something. Anybody who can inspire this kind of loyalty is pretty special.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mrs. Adams, but please, ma'am, could we kind of hurry it up a little? Thalia might be waiting for me.
Now, there's another example of the way you endear yourself to people. Thalia Manager.
Yeah.
As for Maynard, honesty compels me to say that he is a trifle eccentric.
Yeah.
But Thalia, there's a hard-headed girl.
Okay, carborundum.
Yes. And yet she sticks with you.
Well, no. Actually, she kind of throws me out all the time.
But she kind of comes back all the time. Isn't that true?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a fact, Dobie.
Yeah.
This is not my business, I know, but I have eyes. I can't help noticing things. Thalia loves you. Maynard loves you. In fact, everybody loves you. Why?
Why?
Because you're special, Dobie. You're a very rare boy. And that's what's got me worried. How can somebody with your capabilities get such terrible marks?
Yeah, that's a good question, Mrs. Adams. It bugs me. It really does.
Well, it bugs me, too. Teaching is a calling, not a business. I'm here to help you, to guide you, to set your feet on a shining path into a beautiful, glorious future.
Hey, that's beautiful.
Very moving.
Oh, hello, dear. This is my husband and my son, Dan, Dobie Gillis.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Well, I'll be going now, Mrs. Adams. Yeah.
Yeah, but Dobie, remember, I am here to help you. Call on me any hour, any time.
I'll do that. Nice to meet you, sir. Goodbye.
Maybe the kid could come and live with us.
Oh, Esmond, I have told you 1,000
Yeah,
times.
teaching is a calling, not a business.
Exactly. That boy is worth every minute that I can give him.
Well, I know a couple of other boys that like a little of your time, too. This boy and this boy.
I stand corrected. And how are you, Lammy Pie? How was school today?
I hate school.
That's my boy.
Maynard,
You rang?
how come you keep following Dobie around all the time?
Because he's like my good buddy.
I see.
How come you keep following him around all the time?
I don't.
You gas me, girl. I mean, you leave me limp.
I gave Dobie back his high Y pin 12 times in the last month.
So what's that on your sweater?
Well, I'm giving it back again today. That's why I wanted to see him.
Sorry I'm late, Thalia, baby, but I guess it doesn't make any difference.
What do you mean it doesn't make any difference?
Don't fight it, Thalia. You love me. Maynard loves me.
True.
Everybody loves me. I'm lovable.
Who says so?
Just Mrs. Adams, that's all.
Big deal. I've known you were lovable for years.
You have? So how come you keep dumping me?
Look, Dobie, you're lovable, but that's all you are. Lovable. Are you smart? No. Are you talented? No. Are you aggressive? No. Are you ever going to be a success? No.
I was wondering when the conversation was going to get around to money.
Will you kindly tell your friend that I do not happen to care about money?
That's right, Maynard. Thalia doesn't care about money. Not for herself, that is. But her father...
60 years old and has a kidney condition.
And her mother...
Isn't getting any younger.
And her sister...
Is married to a loafer.
And her brother...
Is turning into a public charge.
So, it's up to Thalia to...
Take care of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could, like, take up a collection.
Don't get smart.
Yeah.
Look, I have a responsibility to my family. I mean, if my father hadn't put braces on my teeth and sent me to dancing school so I could be beautiful and graceful and charming the way I am, well, then maybe he wouldn't have a kidney condition. And you aren't helping anything.
Me?
Yeah, you. And you're going to be a poor man as long as you live, and here's your high white pin. Goodbye.
Well, what are you doing that for? You'll just take it back next week. Don't forget, I'm lovable.
Well, true. All right. You're lovable. And maybe I'm stuck on you. But make no mistake, mister. If I really put my mind to it, I can forget you completely. You know that, don't you?
Failure, you wouldn't.
I would and I will, unless...
Yes, my darling. Yes, my great tawny
Quit
animal.
Central High and go to Willoughby Hall.
Willoughby Hall?
You mean that fancy prep school back east where those rich cats go?
Thalia, what can you be thinking of?
I'm thinking of your future. Look, you have one asset, one lousy little asset. You're lovable. That isn't going to get you very far.
Thalia.
You have to have contacts now at Willoughby
I
Hall.
don't want to hear about it. I'm not going to go to Willoughby Hall or any place else. I'm going to stay right here with a woman I love.
You're going to stay right here without the woman you love.
Thalia, you're coming unglued. What a crazy idea, my going away to school. Now, just forget about it, because I'm not going to leave you, and there's no way in the world you can make me.
Oh, isn't there?
There's no way she can get me to go to Willoughby Hall, is there, Maynard?
Of course not.
Of course not.
I wonder how she's gonna do it. I gotta kill that boy. I just got it.
Oh, calm down, Herbert. You were young once.
Never that young. Where is that kid anyway? A whole truckload of groceries in the back room to be unpacked, and he isn't home from school. What's he got, radar or something? How does he always know when there's work to be done around here?
Hello, Mr. Gillis, Mrs. Gillis. How are you?
Dear.
Have you seen Dobie?
Oh, yes, but it didn't do any good.
It never does.
I wanted to talk to you.
Hey, what do you mean? It didn't do any good.
Well, that's what I've come to see you about. Do you know about Willoughby Hall?
You mean the prep school back east?
Yes, that's right. It's a fine school, and lots of rich people
Look,
go
I don't
there.
mean to intrude, but what's this got to do with Dobie?
Well, I want you to send Dobie to Willoughby Hall.
I'll send him to the hospital, the bum. Do you know how much it costs to go to Willoughby Hall?
Yes, I have the rates and the information right here. It's expensive, all right. But look at it this way. It's an investment in Dobie's future.
Future? What future? This kid has got to wind up living off the county.
That will be enough of that, Herbert Gillis. Dobie's a fine boy with a good mind and a great potential. And I am not going to stand here listening to you running him down. I happen to think that Willoughby Hall might be just the place for Dobie. He's bright and sensitive and intelligent. And maybe what he needs is to broaden his vistas and round out his personality. And get away from you for a while.
I'll get right to the point. What is Dobie's best quality?
I give up.
He's lovable, that's what. Now, everybody that knows him loves him. Now, when Dobie goes to Willoughby Hall, he gets put in a dormitory and has a roommate. Now, who is that roommate going to be? He's going to be a rich man's son, that's who. And living with Dobie, he's got to love him. I mean, it's inevitable. So, Dobie's got a friend, a rich, powerful friend whose father owns a bank or a factory, maybe. Now, this roommate introduces Dobie to his father. And he says, Dad, this is my roommate, Dobie Gillis, who's good and loyal and true and the best friend I ever had. Now, do you think you could find a place for him in the business? And the father says, Son, if he's a friend of yours, he's good enough for me. Don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of Dobie Gillis. And that's just my point, don't you see? Somebody has to take care of Dobie. Now, where do you want him? Standing in the line of a soup kitchen or president of a bank? Make your choice.
I've made my choice. The answer is no.
Very well, Mr. Gillis. It's on your conscience. I've done everything I could do.
get misty about it, but rooming with you has been absolutely top hole. I mean, you're a splendid fellow.
No.
First grade.
I'm just lovable is all.
Huh, you are that. Dobie, if it should ever fall to my lot to repay you for being such a decent sort, I hope you'll not fail to call on me.
Shucks, Winthrop, just being lovable's enough for me.
Hello, son.
Popsy, what a delightful surprise.
I happen to be in the neighborhood foreclosing a few properties, so I thought I'd pop in.
Oh, how jolly. Popsy, I would like you to meet my loyal, true, devoted, kindly, dependable, lovable roommate, Dobie Gillis. Dobie, this is Dad, Winthrop Van Money VII.
I'm honored, sir.
Well, Gillis, anyone who's been such a loyal, true, devoted, kindly, dependable, lovable roommate to my son need never go wanting as long as there's life in this prosperous body. Gillis, you will start Monday as chief teller at the First National Bank. After an appropriate period of learning the business, well, I shall give you a little bank of your own.
Thank you, sir. You're a real human being. Dad, what a pleasant surprise.
Hello, son. I just happened to be in the neighborhood delivering some groceries and thought I'd drop in.
Oh.
Are you in the grocery line, Mr. Gillis?
Well, in a small way, sir.
Not anymore, Mr. Gillis. Not small. Any father of Dobie Gillis need never want for anything as long as there's life in this prosperous body. Tomorrow, sir, I shall buy you a chain of supermarkets extending from Key West, Florida to Fairbanks, Alaska, side by side, no spaces in between.
Dad?
Oh, hello, son.
About that load of canned goods in the back room.
Skip it. That's not for you, because after all, you're loyal and true and dependable and kindly and devoted and lovable.
Me?
Son, your mother and I love you very much, and we want the absolute best for you no matter what it costs.
Dad, you mean I can have that new pair of shoes?
New shoes? You'll have shoes you never even wear. Now brace yourself for a wonderful surprise. You are going to Willoughby Hall.
Willoughby Hall?
Tut,
Oh, no.
Tut, my boy.
Oh, no.
Hang the expense. Nothing is too good for my son.
No, I'm not going. I won't do it.
Oh, yes, you will, because I love you, and I want the very best for you, and you go to Willoughby Hall, or I'll break that bone in that stupid head of yours.
Failure, manager, you are a rat.
Yeah.
A rat! Oh, that can only mean one thing. You're going to Willoughby Hall.
You ought to know. You fixed it.
You rat.
Oh, well, that's a fine way to thank me.
Thank you for what? I'll be hundreds of miles away from you, one dreary, lonely, miserable day after another.
Oh, you poor fool. Don't you want me to be your girl?
More than life itself.
Then go to Willoughby Hall, make contacts, be a success, and amount to something.
But you love me.
I know, but I can't be selfish. I've got to think of my family.
You mean your
His
father's...
kidney condition.
Isn't he getting any better?
Well, I don't know, but it's hardly something you talk about.
Of course, yeah.
Now, look, Dobie, stop moping around. Willoughby Hall is your golden opportunity.
Listen, Thalia, what if I settled down and turned over a new leaf? I mean, started getting good grades and everything.
Good marks. Why, tomorrow we're having a math test that you're going to flunk with a big thud.
I'm not gonna flunk. I'm gonna get 100 on it.
Boy, you are sick. I mean, you need attention.
If I get 100 on the math test tomorrow, will you let me stay here and be my girl?
If you get 100 on it, I'll pull you all around town in a rickshaw.
Never mind the jokes. Answer my question.
All right, Dobie, if you get 100 in the math test, I'm yours.
I'm gonna do it, Maynard. I'm gonna do it. You got a plan? Well, plan is too strong a word. It's more like hope. A little, thin, puny hope.
Yeah, tell your old buddy.
Well, Mrs. Adams, you know, the math teacher. Well, she said she wanted to help me and to call on her at any hour, any time if I was in trouble.
Friend, you ain't never been in bigger trouble. Let's fly.
Yeah.
Darling, please. It's the math test for tomorrow, and it's very important, honey. I'm just double-checking.
Swell. Ruthie, I want to remind you of something. You've got a husband.
Whom I adore. darling, if teaching ever came between us, I'd give it up in a minute. But you work all day, and Dan goes to school, and I can't just sit around and be useless when there's such a crying need for teachers.
You're right, Ruthie, and as you know, I'm all for it. But you know, I got to thinking, it's been 6 months since we went anywhere or did anything. And what do you say we go to a movie tonight, right now?
That's a wonderful idea.
Well, great. There's a good one at the Bijou. I think we just got time to catch the first feature.
Haven't we forgotten just a little something?
Oh, yeah, the kid. Well, what's the problem? We'll get a sitter.
Where are you going to find a sitter at this hour?
Well, he's in bed. Couldn't we just sneak out for a couple of hours?
The answer is no. No on 2 counts. 1, we cannot sneak out for a couple of hours. And 2, he is not in bed. Regarde the KID.
Hi, Slugger.
Mr. Adams, I'm Dobie Gillis. We met at school this afternoon.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh. And this is my friend Maynard G. Krebs.
Like hi.
Like, hi.
I'll tell you why we dropped by, Mr. Adams.
Oh, pray do.
Uh-huh. Well, you see, sir, this afternoon, Mrs. Adams, your wife, you know.
I remember her vividly.
Yeah. Well, she said she wanted to help me and that I should call on her anytime, any hour if I was ever in trouble, which I am now.
So you thought you'd come over for a little private tutoring?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
You too?
Oh, no, I just go where Dobie goes. I'm like his best buddy.
Ah.
Yeah, actually, I didn't want to come here at all. I was going to the Bijou. There's a gas of a movie there.
So I've heard.
Yeah, I saw it 6 times. I want to see it again. It's like the last night.
Uh-huh.
Boys, come in and sit down.
Oh, thank you.
Let me ask you a question, boys. Do you like Mrs. Adams? As a teacher, I mean?
Oh, she's fine.
She's 100% with me.
Thanks, boys. Boys, you know what a teacher's life is? Well, it's long hours, it's hard work, it's tedious detail.
Yeah, how come she don't kick it?
Because she wants to help you. And you.
Oh, she's all heart, that woman.
Yeah.
If you could brighten her life a little, if you could bring her one small moment of pleasure, you'd do it, wouldn't you?
Sure, but what can we do?
You can sit with our little boy tonight while I take Mrs. Adams to the movies. While I bring a couple of hours of sunshine into her dark and dismal life. Now, boys, can you find it in your hearts to say no?
Not us, Pops.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Why, Maynard, Dobie, what are you doing here?
They're going to sit with Dan tonight while we go to the movies. Isn't that wonderful?
What?
Come on, dear. Let's
But
not
I
dawdle.
don't understand.
He's right, Mrs. Adams. You better get moving. You don't miss the part where the monster devours Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Come on, dear, quickly.
Oh, Esmond, I have to hide those test papers because those boys have to take the test tomorrow.
Oh, I got you, baby. Boys, I don't think there'll be any problem. The kids' room's at the top of the stairs to the left. The kitchen's out there. Here's the phone. The phonograph is over there. The cookies are in the cookie jar. The ice cream is in the freezer. God's in his heaven and all's right with the world. Good night, boys.
Someday that you explain all
Yeah,
this.
maybe someday.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. It's all I needed tonight, babysitting.
Oh, cheer up, Dobie. It ain't so bad.
Well, what's good about it?
They got a record player, man. They got a record player.
Big deal.
Oh, boy. Brahms, Mahler, Bass?
It's Bach, Maynard, Bach.
Yeah, Bach. Where's the jazz? I can't find no jazz. What do they need with a record player if they ain't got no jazz? Must be someplace.
Maynard, do you believe in fate?
Yeah. What's bugging you, man?
Maynard, concentrate. This is the quiz Mrs. Adams is going to give us tomorrow. We've got it right here in our hands. Now, all we have to do is look up the answers right now, and tomorrow we can get 100 on the quiz. And if I get 100 on the quiz and I don't go to Willoughby Hall, I stay right here with Thalia, and life is beautiful once more.
That's like cheating, Dobie.
That's exactly what it is.
Dobe?
Let's do it?
Right.
But just this one.
Just this one.
Never
Never
get,
again.
never. No. I get a piece of paper. First question, number 8.
Thus, one Englishman with imagination, Isaac Newton, lying under an apple tree, altered the entire course of civilization. On your way out of class, you may pick up your quiz papers. I'd like Dobie Gillis and Maynard Krebs to remain behind. Dismissed. That's very good, Thalia.
Thank you.
Well, why aren't you smiling, boys? It isn't often anyone gets 100 on a math quiz.
100? Dobie, let me see. Oh, Dobie, you said you'd do it, and you did. You turned over a brand new leaf.
to go to Willoughby
Willoughby
Hall?
Hall, no. I just thought it would be the best thing for you and for us. But now we can be together forever and ever and ever.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
No, ma'am.
Nothing at all?
No, ma'am.
Maynard?
I'm with Dobie.
I see. That's all, boys. You may go.
Let's go to the ice cream parlor. This calls for a celebration. Oh, and I've got a little shock for you. I'm buying.
Hi, Ruthie. Get in the car. You ready? Oh, what's the matter, Ruthie?
I think when Dobie and Maynard were sitting for us, they found the test questions. I think they cheated on the exam.
Oh, come on, Ruthie. They look like a couple of nice kids. What makes you say a thing like that?
Dobie got 100 on the test.
Well, it's possible.
And Maynard, too.
Oh, the one with the...
Beard.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, honey, what are you going to do about it?
There's nothing I can do, except never trust those boys again. And that hurts, darling. Believe me, it hurts.
Mrs. Adams, Mrs. Adams. Mrs. Adams, I gotta tell you something. All last night I couldn't sleep. Not one wink.
Yeah, me too.
And this morning my mother had griddle cakes for breakfast and I couldn't eat. Not one bite.
Yeah, me too.
Out in the hall just now, Thalia kissed me and even that didn't make me feel good.
Yeah, me too.
Thalia kissed you, too?
No, but I wouldn't have liked it anyhow.
Something on your conscience, boys?
We cheated on the test, Mrs. Adams. We found the questions at your house and looked up the answers.
Yes, ma'am, that's what we did.
Thank you, boys. You've made me very happy.
Huh?
I'll have to flunk you, of course.
This makes you happy?
No, Maynard. What makes me happy is to see my faith justified. I've never been so proud of being a teacher as I am at this moment. Thalia, you should be proud, too. You have a fine, sweet, sensitive, wonderful boy.
Yes, I have a fine, sweet, wonderful, sensitive boy. Who's never gonna make a dime.
What are you crying for? You wanted the boy to go to Willoughby Hall? Well, he's going. Now, be happy.
I am happy.
I think you can manage a little smile. Here he is.
Well, I guess this is it.
He'll rub it there, Winnie. He'll meet a lot of wonderful people. He'll get buddy-buddy with his rich roommate and go to all those fancy places. Oh, he's gonna have a fine time. Hey, go, good buddy. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I couldn't let you go without me. So I played my record player all night long till my old man threw in the towel.
You mean...
Yeah, I'm going to Willoughby Hall, too.
Hey, great.
Yeah, but wait till you hear the zinger. I call the guy in charge. Yeah, what do you call him? Warden.
Dean.
Like that. And you and me, buddy, are roommates. No. Oh, no. Oh, no, Willoughby Hall. That's what this is going to be. Your roommate, you go right upstairs and I mortgaged the store, so this could be your roommate. Out. Go with the cat. Out. I'm back. I'm back. You'll laugh,
Boy, have I messed everything up.
How good, buddy?
How? Number one, I flunked math. Number two, I missed out on going to Willoughby Hall and making all those contacts. Three, I lost Thalia.
Yeah, but you still got me for your buddy-buddy.
No offense, Maynard, that was number four. Five.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream? Whatever.